Good evening, ladies as well as gentlemen. Papa Boris here with a continuation of this 40-year-old troll draft. So in the first video of this series, I had my girlfriend, whom I will name Super Cool Guy, pick out cards for me. And my girlfriend pointed out to me afterwards that perhaps I should have just asked him to pick the card based on the pictures and pointing his finger at the screen rather than me reading them aloud, because it seemed like he had a strong preference for picking whatever card was named last on the right. Although he did break the mold a couple of times, picking an Elven Archer instead of an Argent Protector, for example, which wounded me greatly. We have a bajillion 1-drops, but also a very high curve. So in theory, if this deck can survive, it might be able to win with its big creatures, although at the same time we're playing with things like Alarmabot, Wisp, 3 Elven Archers, and a Holy Light. So I don't exactly see this one going all the way to the distance, if you know what I mean. And what I mean is going very far at all. One thing I'm torn about is whether or not to add this to my stats sheet. I probably won't. Because that would be a little bit unfair for my poor Paladin statistics. I am eating some Yoplait thick and creamy strawberry flavored yogurt. Now, some people have said this yogurt is bad for you, but because it's got sugar, but it's got also, you know, calcium and protein in it. So I really feel like people are just way too paranoid about the sugar content of things. And then actually at a hand that I might have had in a real draft, not seeing our Ancient Watcher here, we're not seeing our Wisp or our Alarmabot. Our priest's name is capital letters nothing. And he starts off with a Light Warden. Alright, so the question now is, do I coin into a Sunfury Protector in order to try to kill this thing? What I'll probably do on turn 2 is attack me with the Light Warden, heal me, bring it up to be a 3-2, and I trade my Sunfury Protector for it. Then I play a Recruit. Yeah, I think that's actually worth it. It's unfortunate that I'm playing Sunfury Protector here because that is one of the few cards in this deck that combos with Ancient Watcher, the only other being Spellbreaker, so now if I draw Ancient Watcher, it's almost certainly going to be a totally dead card for me. Well, my opponent makes a huge mistake, so it looks like we luck out a little bit. He had nothing to do on his turn. He could have just healed me to buff up the Light Warden, and then I'd be able to kill this thing off. Now, with top-decking Light's Justice, I have another option. I could play Light's Justice, Elven Archer, and then kill the Light Warden that way. And I'm still getting a 1-1 onto the board, just as I would with the hero ability, but I'm also putting a weapon into my hand. The advantage of making a Recruit is that by making a Recruit, I go up in cards. Let me think. Yeah, let's go ahead and do the Light's Justice plan. I think this is actually worth it because I want this weapon in my hand in case he plays a 3 toughness minion. I'll be able to use a Sunfury Protector and the Light's Justice to kill off that minion. Granted, next turn I could have done the same thing by keeping Elven Archer in my hand. But now I can play the Dalaran Mage. Alright, so he drops a Harvest Golem, which is very good under the circumstances for him. Now we'll go ahead and play the Dalaran Mage. And we will go ahead and kill this thing. Just might as well keep it safe, I think. I think we did get 2 Hammers of Wrath, if I'm not mistaken. None of the other Paladin cards. Super Cool Guy tragically passed on 2 Consecrations. My opponent is not playing accurately, but unfortunately for me, he does have good cards. He had, you know, Harvest Golem, which is one of the best 3-drops, and a Yeti, one of the best 4-drops, so I'm going to fall behind because of that. Now we've got a bunch of expensive cards, as could be expected. The Gurabashi Berserker is another 5-drop. So this is getting a little bit scary. Let us think for a moment here. If I played the Gurabashi, I could enrage it with the Elven Archer. If I play this and I get it enraged, then this thing will deal extra damage. But I'm only going to have 1 tick of it left. So, okay. If I play this, it can die to Shadowbird Pain. But, okay, so we're going to have to do this, I think. The Spiteful Smith. Throw everything at the Yeti to kill it off. And now, if he runs the Gurabashi into the Spiteful Smith to enrage the Gurabashi, the Light's Justice will actually be able to kill off the Gurabashi, dealing 3 damage to it. And he cannot kill my Spiteful Smith with Shadow Words. But he does have Holy Fire, which is really, 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 really bad because now I cannot kill off his enraged guy. Alright, well, let's do this, I suppose. So it sucks trading a Frost Elemental for a Gorobashi Berserker, but not much I can do. The fact that he had Holy Fire was really terrible for me. So he clearly made a misplay early on, not healing me when he had a Light Warden. Unfortunately, in this game, his poor play is not going to punish him because he had a completely perfect curve with good card after good card after good card. That's kind of frustrating, but what are you going to do? You're going to lose, I guess. Ah, he gets to heal this thing up and draw a card. So this is annoying because now I can, of course, kill this thing, but I'm tempted also to kill the Northshire Cleric. Alright, never mind. I can't kill this anymore. This he's actually going to ride this Gorobashi all the way to victory, is he? Is that the plan? If I take the time to kill the Northshire Cleric, this thing's going to kill me. He can heal it back up. I'm going to be in a lot of trouble. Ah, fuck. So, this sucks. What is the least bad thing I can do here? Excuse me. I think the least bad option I have is this. Going to play the Corsair, make an ooze, and kill that with another Elven Archer. So my thinking here is he can now trade the Cleric for the Pirate, use the Northshire Cleric to kill the Elven Archer, heal the Northshire Cleric, get a card. But then I can kill the Northshire Cleric with the ooze, perhaps. I still have a tick of the weapon if I need it for something else. And I got, you know, some 5-drops I can play. So it looks like he saw everything that I saw, which is unfortunate. So Northshire Cleric has drawn him 2 cards now. That Gorobashi Berserker was incredibly good for him. He has another good card. Oh my god, you've got to be kidding me. Which is what the Magical Mercenary says! Okay, so we're going to go ahead and drop this, because the Gorobashi just dies to the Magical Mercenary. There's not much point in that. Oh, I will get the kill on the Northshire Cleric. Now, can I race against this thing? Well, if he has a Holy Nova, he's going to win, no matter what, I think, at this point. And I guess we'll wait and see what he decides to do. He can kill the Silverhand Knight and heal this guy back up. He'll be at 4 health, which is annoying. I'd have to throw the Recruit and the Ooze at it to finish it off. If he hits me in the face, I don't know. It's going to silence it. Wow. I don't think I've ever actually seen that. So now he can actually play minions at regular cost, and he has a regular old 7/6. He's an Argent Commander. Please don't kill my stuff. Please hit me in the face. Hit me in the face. I was going to play a Blood Knight. This is fucking idiotic. Well, this game kind of sucks. Because this guy has sustained no damage. I have a bunch of junk that doesn't interfere with anything. I can clear out some of his stuff, but not the Venture. You know what? We're just done here. I gotta play a bad deck, but nobody says I have to play it for half an hour. So let's just end that game and move on. Kind of annoying that I lost that game because, of course, had the Priest had anything less than stellar cards, he would have lost because he played badly. And I got off to an advantage because of his incorrect play with Light Warden. Unfortunately, he did have amazing cards, and so I lost. As I was dropping off my girlfriend at work today, she was like, "Boris, you're going to play all these people who are going to think that you're just terrible when they see all these awful cards in your deck." And it makes me wonder, like, how often I've criticized someone's play or someone's drafting choices when in reality what that person was doing a troll draft. The answer is probably not that often. I don't think many people do troll drafts, but we're going to mulligan Wisp and hope we never ever see it, because there's no synergy whatsoever in this deck with the Wisp. We have an actual decent-looking opening hand. I might skip the Crazed Alchemist and just coin into my 3-drops. However, these, of course, are not really the greatest 3-drops. To play the Dawnron Mage, after all, just has a 1/4 body, which is pretty weak. And the Blood Knight, I'd like to, of course, hang on for a little bit, as long as I have reasonable alternatives, to see if my opponent wants to give me a Divine Shield creature. I don't think I have any Divine Shields in my own deck, so I'm just going to be hoping for my opponents to provide those. But if I do get a win in this terrible deck, the Blood Knight might actually be the way that it happens. Alright, we are second against the Rogue, which is nice. I might just play the Crazed Alchemist this turn, if I can, because I really don't want to use the coin if I don't have to, given how expensive this deck is, and I've already got one of my creatures. This person's not playing correctly, Jarek. you should almost never hit a paladin in the face with your dagger, because as a rogue, you can always use your dagger to kill off the paladin's recruits for free without having to spend any mana, and you can kill 2 of them per dagger instance, so throwing away that advantage seems very foolish to me. Alright, she's got the backstab for the alchemist. She's going to hit me in the face again, and she's going to make the dagger again. She is. Alright, so I guess she just had nothing to do, and that was why she hit me in the face. She got 2 extra damage through because of that aggression. Well, good job. Congratulations. If I had a cookie, I'd give it to you, Jarek. Now I'm hoping she plays something that has 3 toughness or less, so I can use Hammer of Wrath on it. Or, excuse me, 4 toughness or less, so I can use Hammer of Wrath on it. Looks like my wish is her command here. She hits the Dalaran Mage, a practice I'm generally not in agreement with. Generally, I don't think it's a good idea to hit minions if you're not going to kill them. So with the spell damage, we get to kill on the No-Motion Mentor. The Wisp is ungodly bad in this deck, because the rogue can just kill it for free pretty much all the time. Spellbreaker is interesting. Obviously, if there's a good chance to use it, I will use it, but I'd like to hang on to it if I reasonably can, simply because I do have that Ancient Watcher in here, and that would be a pretty good combo if I can actually pull it off. A surprise Chillwind Yeti. Not that I advise going for this combo, by the way, in your arena drafts. I generally think it's never a good idea to take Ancient Watcher, but if you happen to have it, you gotta use it. All right, so there's a Fen Creeper. And she hits my Dalaran Mage again, which makes no sense because this Dalaran Mage was dead to the Fen Creeper already. There was no reason to use the dagger to hit it. I think this is the time to pop Frost Elemental. And I could play Wisp to see if she has something better to do than remake the dagger. I'm actually going to drop the Wisp. I really don't think this Wisp is going to get any better. So if this Wisp, if I can use it to kill off the Fen Creeper with the help of the Frost Elemental, that'll be like a victory for me. Maybe my opponent would like to play a pair of Scarlet Crusaders, or perhaps 6 Argent Squires she's been saving up. That would be great. If you hear meowing, that's not you going insane, nor is it your cat. It is my roommate's cat who's just going a little bit crazy today. Oh, did I forget to play around Betrayal? I forgot to play around Betrayal. Oh, no! That means my Dalaran Mage dies. If I put the Wisp in the middle like I was supposed to, or the Dalaran Mage in the middle, that would have saved me the trouble of losing to Betrayal. Shoot, that's actually really bad because now I can't kill the Fen Creeper. Ah, man, can't afford to make mistakes with this deck. But she's actually going to kill the Frost Elemental, it seems, anyway, so it doesn't matter too much, but that's kind of annoying. Oh no, she's not going to... Why would you not kill the Frost Elemental, man? This person's playing so badly it hurts. Okay, so I'm tempted to play the Holy Light just to heal this thing back up. Then, unfortunately, I can't do anything else besides play Spellbreaker, which I don't know if that's correct or not. Oh, Jesus. Tua, shut up. Or I could play the Silverhand Knight, but then I'm resigned to losing the Frost Elemental. Alright, we'll do this. And I'll play a Recruit. Pass the turn. Still holding out hope that one day she plays a Divine Shield creature, and I can suck it off with a Blood Knight. So next turn for 7 mana, it'll be either a Gurubashi and a Recruit, or a Silverhand Knight and a Recruit, most likely. Unless I top deck Ancient Watcher, then I'd play one of my 5 drops in the Ancient Watcher, because then of course the following turn I could silence it and attack for 4. She really should have killed the Frost Elemental last turn with her dagger, while she had the chance, especially because I'm a Paladin and you don't want to let Paladins keep creatures. Hitting me in the face was very, very silly. So we're definitely in the loser's bracket because my deck is so terrible. We're still going to suffer here. So there's an uncomboed Eviscerate to finish off the Frost Elemental that she should have been able to kill with just her dagger. So she had a pretty lucky draft. The good cards she had made up for her poor play. And now she's got a Cult Master, so after I kill the Fen Creeper, she'll get a card off of it. At the moment, I can silence the Cult Master, but that's all I can do to stop this from happening. And she's actually going to do Cold Blood. Oh my god. Alright. I think I might have to pop a silence on this guy because I embarrassingly can't do it unless I top deck Elven Archer. Oh, Light's Justice. Is that worth it? Taking 7 damage to the face. Is that worth it? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Is it correct? I have no idea. But I'm gonna try it. I do have healing here, which is what tipped me to do that move. Of course, I have 3 Elven Archers in this deck. Can't get a single one to finish off a 7-1 Fen Creeper. And because that 7-1 Fen Creeper hit me twice, I'm suddenly very low. She's going to take me down below 10 health, but honestly, getting burned out is not something I can afford to worry about. We just have to try to make the most valuable plays we can. And I need to spend my life as a resource aggressively if I am to win any of these games. If I have the opportunity to do so. Alright, she has the silence, which is very unfortunate because now this thing has 3 health and I can't kill it easily with this Gurabashi. I need some taunts. Or else, you know, these 4 damage creatures are just going to kill me, quite simply. Yeah, she's hitting my face. Okay, so perhaps hitting the Fen Creeper was a mistake. The Elven Archer arrives a turn late. Are you goddamn motherfucking kidding me? So we kill that thing, we don't get enraged. We have to play the Priestess to try to, you know, hang on for dear life. And I could have silenced the Harvest Golem, but I judged that it was more valuable just to keep things around as they are, because the Elven Archer will kill off the Harvest Golem. So now my opponent can take me back down to 7 health. And honestly, the dagger at this point is a pretty big threat, because I still don't have any taunts. Alright, she decides to trade, so she seems to think she doesn't have the ability to burn me out, which is good news. Alright, she decides to finish off the Gurabashi with her dagger, which is pretty sensible. I can kill off this golem with my Recruit plus Elven Archer. Can you play something with Divine Shield? Oh, no, not this! Ah, this is terrible. Ugh. Pyromancer. Ah. What a load of malarkey. Well, alright. Let's do what we can. So we're gonna kill this golem. Arch in an elven fashion. Play Noble Sacrifice to protect ourselves. Play the Silverhand Knight. Play a Recruit. Pass turn. Probably could have played around Betrayal a bit better there. And of course any spell now with the Pyromancer's help will kill off my 1 toughness dudes, but what are you going to do? You're going to lose. That's what you're going to do. She has already used a fair amount of spells, so maybe she's out of spells. But she's got a pair of Yetis, which is actually pretty equally terrifying. I mean, how am I going to deal 5 damage that many times? I don't know. Well, we'll have to see what we top deck, I guess. Noble Sacrifice saves me 4 damage, which is pretty good. Pyromancer gets me. Looks like she doesn't have a spell. Can I hope for that much? Ah, she has a spell. She has a sap. She saps my squire so that I don't get multiple squires, and the Pyromancer triggers, kills off my 1/1s. And she hits me in the face. Well, I can kill off one of the Yetis now. And I can ping off that thing. So we're getting there. We're hanging on for dear old life here. If it's gonna hit you anyway, you might as well kill it. So we kill that. We play the Spellbreaker because we have to. Squire and a Recruit. Could have played the Blood Knight. I judged that it was more valuable to keep that thing around. I'm down to 2 health now if this Yeti hits me, so any sorts of 2 damage will win her the game. She can also dagger me twice to win after hitting me with the Yeti, but it's possible that I'll get a taunt. I think I have a Pirate in here, and I think I have a, what's-his-face? Well, I have the Sunfury Protector in here as well. So I've got a couple of different ways that I can try to survive. She is going to go for the throat, though. I've got 1 chance to find a Taunter. And I fail to do so. Am I going to bank on my opponent missing the win? I'm not, so we're going to hit that Yeti. And go out in style, as one should always do when one is afforded the opportunity to do so. Well, folks, I'm sorry, but I think this deck is just too bad. I have seen, you know, people do very well with troll decks. So I'm a little bit disappointed that I wasn't able to go further, but I think this is going to go 0-3. I'm not counting it in my stats or anything, so I'm not going to put another 0 in arena. We'll just pretend this never happened. But, yeah, it's just too bad. The curve is too high. The cards suck too much. Unfortunately, what ended up being on the right-hand side most of the time, which is where a super cool guy picked the cards, was just not very good most of the time. Alright, so here we are in the super losers bracket. We have Faceless Hero. Starting off with a pretty bad hand. Yeah. Gonna keep the Elven Archer, that'll pick off a recruit or maybe something better. I still haven't seen some really bad cards. I've never did see the Elven, or the Ancient Watcher. I never did see Alarmabot, so I've been somewhat lucky. It's just, when you're playing with weak cards that don't have any kind of disruption, you're going to have a bad time. Secret Keeper, yeah, this is definitely a deck. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and whack this, even though generally it's not a good idea to do so, because next turn I can kill it off with an Elven Archer, or make a recruit and hit it again, just depending on the situation. He says, I am sorry. Why is that? Because he has a secret. I see. Well, I probably should have thought about that, I guess. Anyway, we're just going to play a pair of Elven Archers and kill this stupid thing. You think you're sorry? No, I am sorry. Oh, wow. Repentance. That is special. So we waste his repentance and we kill his Secret Keeper. We're off to a blazing lead here. I like how there's a graphic on the Elven Archer. Oh my god, Mad Bomber, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Well, this is what we paid for, I guess. The plays just don't stop coming. Let's go ahead and get a Dragonling Mechanic out here. Kill this off. And hit him in the face with these Elven Archers. So, why did I use the coin there? Well, I figured it was worth it to get the board presence out. Hopefully I'll top deck something I can play. If not, I'll just have to make a recruit. Blessing of Kings. Well, so I should have used these Elven Archers to kill the Mad Bomber while I had the chance, clearly. And he's going to hit me in the face. Well, I top deck another 5 drop. So actually, because I chose to hit him in the face instead of killing the Mad Bomber, I might lose. Because now what I have to do is really ugly. I have to throw everything at this Mad Bomber just to kill it. So the Blessing of Kings was definitely worth it. Well, the good news is he's down cards. He's only got 3 cards. I can kill off 2 of his recruits for free. That is annoying, but still, we can play the Gurabashi, which is a pretty good answer to it, and kill it the following turn. Alright, I'm going to take a point of damage. It's a little risky taking damage here, but I've got to use my life as a resource pretty aggressively. Got to squeeze all the value out of my cards as I can. This recruit could be handy at some point. If for nothing else than to kill one of his recruits. And I do have the Priestess of Elune here, quote-unquote MVP. Alright, so Raid Leader becomes a 3-3, which is annoying. It means it will not die to my Gurabashi. However, the Gurabashi has better things to do. I'm going to kill this Panther anyway. So, let's go ahead and do that. Am I going to do Hammer of Wrath right here? Yeah, I think so. So we're going to Hammer of Wrath this Raid Leader. Man, it feels so crazy good to play that card. We're going to hit the Panther, and enrage, make a recruit, hit him in the face. Gonna keep this weapon around to make the Dread Corsair cheaper in case that matters, though it might not. And my next turn pretty much has to be the Priestess of Elune, or I'm really cutting it close. Alright, he's gonna Hammer of Wrath to finish off my Gurabashi. Luckily, the hammer is not hitting my face, or I would have been in serious trouble. And make a recruit. I can throw both of my recruits at his recruit, or one recruit and Light's Justice. Yeah, I think we need to do this. So we heal up. I will do one recruit in Light's Justice. Keep my recruits on the table. I think 10 health against the Paladin should be good enough, unless he has some very extraordinary cards. If he does, then so be it. But with this, I can kill most things he could play that aren't, like, gigantic. And then perhaps I could even do a combo later with pandaing this thing back and replaying it. If I get so lucky. So he's got a Faceless Manipulator to copy my own Priestess. She is a 6-5, but it doesn't really matter too much because my 5-4 still kills her. And, okay, that matters now. So what he has to do here is actually use the Sword of Justice to kill the recruit. If he does this, I won't be able to kill off a 7-6. However, he decides not to do that. Alright, so now what do we do? Well, I think the answer is... See, I could do the Elven Archer twice. But if I do, I can't kill both of his creatures anyway. Bummer. The Sword of Justice is a big problem. Okay, let's keep it simple then. Let's play the Dread Corsair that'll trade with the Shattered Sun Cleric. Let's do this. This. Make a recruit. I'm going to hang on to that Elven Archer, because Elven Archering the Shattered Sun Cleric makes no real sense, since the Shattered Sun Cleric dies to the Pirate anyway. So I might as well save the Elven Archer for something else. At the very least a recruit, but maybe something even better. No! That's really bad! Ah, that's really bad. I really needed him not to have that kind of card. So now he can get me down to 6 health and try to kill me next turn with the True Silver Champion plus his stuff. Alright, Abusive Sergeant is a good top deck. So what I can do here is throw that up, kill that thing, shoot, Panda, make a recruit, shoot again. Got the board advantage here, got the card advantage. He can get me down to 2 health. I just need him not to be able to deal 2 damage for a little bit. Again, my lack of taunt is really hounding me here. But as long as I don't get burned out right now, there's a chance I can win. Stormwind Champion, okay, that's fine, I'll just kill it. Not a problem. Secret Keeper number 2, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, this is good. So he has to top deck a way of killing things now. Unless, of course, he True Silver Champions my Panda. Is that what he's going to do? Oh my god, then I can't kill the Stormwind Champion. Oh, no, he hits me in the face. That's a huge mistake. He should have killed the Panda. Then he'd be threatening lethal, and I'd have no way of killing Stormwind Champion. So I luck out a little bit there. Alright, we got to think very carefully. I think we're going to make the Dalaran Mage. Hammer of Wrath for 4. Look at that crazy synergy. Kill Stormwind Champion. Drops everything down. Kill the Secret Keeper. Kill that. Hit him in the face. The Elven Archer. 1 shot, 1 kill, motherfucker. And we make a recruit. So, okay, at any point he could get a charged creature and win. And just kill me. Or a Hammer of Wrath. Or a Consecration for that matter. But if we can just avoid that for a few turns for a little while, then we'll be in fine, fine shape. We got a dedicated minion sweeper here. We can kill this thing off. Alright. Earthen Ring Farseer is huge here because what that does is it makes it so that neither True Silver Champion nor Hammer of Wrath nor Consecration kill me anymore. Which is pretty good. What I'll do next is choose the Wind Fury Harpy. I would rather save the let's do it like this. I would rather save the Frost Elemental for something that I can't kill than just use it on a Worgen that I could kill anyway. And now if he drops something really big, I can freeze it. And I've got something that hits much harder over here. Alright, so this Panda, the fact that I preserved it and didn't use it on the Worgen last turn ends up being really good. Because now, of course, I can just use it to kill the Darkscale Healer. Man, Hammer of Wrath was really clutch. It's a good thing I got some of those in this troll draft. There's nothing for him to think about. There is literally nothing he can do here. He's used his hero abilities, played out his whole hand, his creatures of summoning sickness. I think he might either just be getting up from his keyboard and leaving in rage, or he is being bad-mannered. Oh, he says, I'm sorry, it's no problem. Alright, so I could freeze this thing. Or I could play both of these. I think it's actually more important for me to play, you know, extra stuff than it is to, you know, freeze this thing and keep a Panda around. Okay, so now I'm actually threatening lethal, I think. 8, 12, 16, yeah, I'm definitely threatening lethal, so unless he has a Reckless Rocketeer here, which is all I can think of, he's not going to kill me. And he'd need to have something like a Sunwalker or whatever to survive. Luckily, this shouldn't do it. Let's see, 8, 12, 16, 18, 21, 22. Yeah, I've got the kill. We can say well played. And that, my friends, is that. I think I'm sorry for this. I have a quest for, you know, play X minions with X health or more. And I want to finish that. I want to make some progress for that quest. So that's why I played out this Frost Elemental a little bit bad-manneredly. So I should mention, I'm going on vacation with my girlfriend tomorrow. We'll be gone for about 5 days, 6 days or so. And that's unfortunate because it means that I'm going to, not be able to do my daily quests in Hearthstone, and I'm going to fall a little bit behind on the gold front. But that's okay. I've got a fair amount of gold. It's not like it's that big of a deal. It's just, feels weird not to be missing those daily quests and not being able to make the progress. I might be able to. I know there will be internet. We're going to be staying with her at her grandma's house, and she's got internet like really, really bad. But she has internet, so I might be able to log on like once a day and at least re-roll the daily quest so that when I come back I've got a bunch of 60s. We'll see. Alright. Well, I'll keep the Abusive Sergeant to tie up her turn. Fire Blasting it. Being the first player is good because it means that if she does want to Fire Blast it on turn 1, at least it'll use her coin up. And then I make a Recruit on turn 2 and she either plays a creature or she Fire Blasts that. Then I can play the Blood Knight on turn 3. So, we'll see how this goes. Spiteful Smith, aka Fireball / Polymorph fodder. Priestess of Eluna has been showing up every game, which honestly is better than something like, say, Alarmabot showing up every game. So I can't complain too much about that. I mean, in that last game, I needed pretty much every card I could get, so if one of the cards I had drawn had been Alarmabot or Ancient Watcher, I would have been totally screwed. She looks like is going to coin into a Fire Blast for the Abusive Sergeant, which is fine. So at least uses up a coin. I think that's the right move. We don't know. Maybe she had like a 3-2 she wanted to play and didn't because she did not want it to die to the Abusive Sergeant. I think it's a worthy play to make. Now what I want her to do here is play out 2 Argent Squires. That would be the greatest thing. If you could do that, please, that'd be awesome. No, a Novice Engineer. Well, the Novice Engineer is fine, so I can kill it with my Recruit. She doesn't get ahead, but I don't get ahead either with that transaction. And now, as long as she does not play a Scarlet Crusader, I'm going to be pretty happy. If she does play Scarlet Crusader, I'm going to be pretty mad. Pretty mad. Alright, so there's a Grizzly to trade with my 3-drop. Can I get a playable card here? I can. Well, that's great. So we're going to kill that, and then we're going to play this Panda. And, well, it's about as good as the game can go with this deck, I think. We are at full health, and we can go ahead and just play out our expensive cards one at a time. She doesn't have any board presence. This little guy will kill a Yeti or whatever. She actually doesn't have a Yeti or a Sun. She has another bear. Okay, this looks good. She has a Mirror Image. Well, the Mirror Images will not protect the bear, unfortunately for her. But, unfortunately for me, they do protect against the Gurubashi getting enraged. So I will play the Spiteful Smith there. Because it's important to try to get as much value as I can out of all my plays. And I don't want to play this thing when all it's doing is killing Mirror Images. This thing is also doing nothing but killing Mirror Images, but at least... Well, maybe I should have played it. I don't know. Maybe I should have played this guy. They both do an equally good job of killing Mirror Images, but this one, has more health, so it's harder to kill. Okay. This actually ends up working out pretty well for me, because what I can do now is the following. Ooh. Crazed Alchemist? No. We're going to play the Gurubashi Berserker and Light's Justice. After I hit the first Mirror Image, my Spiteful Smith becomes enraged, the compliments of the raid leader. So now I have an Assassin's Blade here, quote-unquote. And that's pretty good. She has to kill my Spiteful Smith to stop that, but also this Gurubashi Berserker is threatening to kill the raid leader and become enraged and make him a 5-5. So it's looking pretty good. She does have a lot of cards, though, so being a mage, there's always a chance that she has good cards here that will put an end to all my fun times, but it's pretty good. About as good as we could hope for from this deck. So much synergy today. Spiteful Smith with Light's Justice. Got the Spellbreaker. Well, we haven't actually pulled off Spellbreaker Ancient Watcher yet. But we've got also the Dalaran Mage Hammer of Wrath combo that's come in handy a couple of times. She does come up with a way to kill the Spiteful Smith, but that doesn't stop the Gurubashi from killing the raid leader. Oh man, she actually has a Divine Shield creature. How frustrating. Alright, not a problem here though. What we're going to do is very simply kill the raid leader. And now actually I can kill the Scarlet Crusader as well, which I shall do. So, we'll do this. Who plays Elven Archer? And heal up with the Priestess and pray that my opponent doesn't have a Flame Strike. Although if she does Flame Strike here, the Gurubashi would survive and get enraged and hit her for 8, so she might not want to play Flame Strike here, even if she has one. I actually wouldn't mind seeing Ancient Watcher here. Got the Spellbreaker combo ready to go, just never shows up, that Ancient Watcher. The Alarmabot is a card I don't want to see pretty much ever, certainly not here with these Battlecry minions. That would be very bad. She goes up a card, which I'm okay with. At least she's not killing my minions. I do have 10 damage about to hit her, just from these two creatures. I'm assuming the Elven Archer will be dead. But 10 damage is, you know, a non-insignificant amount of damage. She has Frostbolt for the, I assume, Priestess? No, she's going to do this guy. Interesting. So that suggests that she does have a Flame Strike, or else why enrage this thing when you cannot kill it the following turn. What I'm going to do here then is I'm going to just Crazed Alchemist my Gurubashi Berserker. One thing that's worth noting is that when this guy has his attack values swapped, he still has his ability. So it basically restores him to his original form, and now if my opponent Flame Strikes, as I predict she will, this guy's going to become enraged and become a 5/4. And it was good what happened here because we got her to waste a Frostbolt, and maybe are going to discourage her from playing that Flame Strike? Maybe? Yes, we did. So she did not play the Flame Strike. That, for all I know, she didn't even have, but we'll see. And a Silvermoon Guardian. Man, so much Divine Shield! Oh, the Blood Knight, you came too early. Alright, so there's Hammer of Wrath, which is nice. I am assuming she still has a Flame Strike, so we're going to play around it. I'm going to throw away the Recruit. Gonna Hammer of Wrath. Get that taken care of. I will enrage this guy, yep. Hit her here. So the thing is, if she Flame Strikes, with this being at 6 health, she's still not going to be able to kill it. I'll play my Pirate, make a Recruit, pass the turn. So now she can Flame Strike. This guy will go up to 8/2. Unless she has another Frostbolt back there, it's going to hit her for 8, which is getting down to pretty dangerous territory. So she might, again, be persuaded not to play the Flame Strike here. Making good use out of that Gurubashi Berserker, a card I'm normally not a super big fan of. And the Crazed Alchemist actually worked very well also. Oh, Ravenhold Assassin, that's exactly what I love to see here. The Ravenhold Assassin doesn't do anything whatsoever. It just sits there, threatens to deal a bunch of damage, but who cares? I've got plenty of health, so this is looking really good. With the Stormpike Commando, I need to consider pounding the Gurubashi. However, the problem with that is I could just shoot her in the face. It's only 1 less damage that way. So, let's see, 5, 10, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay. Well, let's hit her once then. And do I really think she's a Flame Strike? Now she can Flame Strike and throw the Ravenhold Assassin at the Gurubashi Berserker. Or is this one of those cases where she doesn't actually have it and I'm just being stupid? So if she doesn't have a Flame Strike, I really want to play these guys. I think she has it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let her play it here, and then use the Ravenhold Assassin to kill off the Gurubashi Berserker. If she doesn't have it, then she's really kind of screwed, because the most that she can do is just kill this Pirate, I guess. Arcane Missiles, very dangerous card to play, because it'll enrage my Gurubashi, unless, of course, she does have the Flame Strike, then she can kill it off with the hero ability afterwards. So does she have Flame Strike? It would be good here. It would let her clear everything and keep her Assassin. I mean, if she has Flame Strike, it'll be good that I didn't play the Dragon Thing mechanic, but it's only small constellation. No, she doesn't actually have the Flame Strike. And she, in fact, doesn't have anything. So I incorrectly guessed that my opponent had a Flame Strike when it turned out that she didn't. So that's fine. We're going to play another minion to help out with this quest. And then hit her with the Gurubashi MVP. And we get our second win. Holy crap! I can't believe I got 2 wins with this deck. Although it really makes me kind of amazed that I ever got 3 wins, or like less than 3 wins with normal decks I draft. There have been 5 arenas that went to 1 and 5 that went to 2 out of the like 194 or so arenas that I played in the new era, where 12 wins is the cap. And yeah, that kind of shames me because that was me like trying to draft the best deck possible. Here with absolute garbage, I made it to 2 wins, and it's been kind of fun after those first 2 losses. We got to see some pretty neat card interactions that you don't normally get to see because obviously I would never have played the Gurabashi unless it was a totally garbage pack. Okay, so Sun Fairy Protector, kind of unfortunate here. I would really like to play it later, give something taunt. This deck has a lot of need for taunt, and we actually get the Ancient Watcher for the first time, so I will get to pull off that combo. And the person's gonna be like, oh, what an idiot, going for the Ancient Watcher combo, you should never do that. And I'm like, as I know, but this could have been an Defender of Argus or a freaking Stampeding Kodo. But super cool guy gave me an Ancient Watcher instead. Alright, so there's an Argent Squire, which is kind of neat. If I could get a Blood Knight. Not a chance, of course. So I'll play the Ancient Watcher. I mean, if you've got it, you might as well use it. I'll play this. She's obviously just going to ignore it. There's no reason to hit this until the opponent kind of proves to you that you need to. And I would delay playing this Sun Fairy Protector on my next turn if indeed I top deck the Blood Knight. Because if I got a Blood Knight, well then, getting a 6/6 for 3 would be the best thing I could possibly hope for. Actually got an alright hand here. We got our best card, Hammer of Wrath. One thing I have to say about the Troll Draft is you really start to appreciate like good cards that you normally kind of take for granted. She is going to ping this thing. She's going to get to work on it. I guess she figures I've got it. And I do in fact have it. I'm not going to ping off the Divine Shield with Elven Archer though, because again, there's always a chance she's going to ignore this, and then I can get a Blood Knight and suck off the Divine Shield. Or if she runs into it, well then I can just play the Elven Archer, kill it afterwards. No probalo. Does she actually have a Frostbolt here? That would be extremely annoying. Because a Frostbolt plus Divine Shield will let her kill off the Ancient Watcher. And it would also buff the Mana Worm. That'd be very frustrating. But as long as she doesn't have a Frostbolt, I can actually heal this guy back up, and that's good. She gets to work on the Sun Fairy Protector. I'm not exactly sure why. I guess she's trying to just spread the love or something. She has a 0 mana thing? Alright. So, we need to kill off this Mana Worm, obviously. A couple of different ways to do so. I think what I'll elect to do is the following. Let's play Light's Justice. Hit that. Ping it. Heal back the Sun Fairy Protector so it doesn't die to Fire Blast. And then I can use the Light's Justice next turn to kill the Ardent Squire, or if need be, play the Elven Archer. I could also play Hammer of Wrath and Elven Archer to deal 4 damage to something. Unfortunately, this thing has 5 health, but I might just use the Light's Justice then for that. Stormsuck Commando. I could use it to shoot and then throw the Farseer at it. But I think I might as well use the weapon. I mean, it's kind of hard to use the weapon anyway, so let's do Hammer of Wrath. Okay. Elven Archer. Ping. I'll get rid of her creature and swing for 3. So now I've got an interesting potential. I could actually silence the Ancient Watcher and attack with it, if need be. Putting an extra creature on the board at the same time, and we have 2 turns to wait until Flame Strike. Oh, unless she still has her coin, then she can play a Flame Strike a turn early, and then I'll be really screwed. Yeah, that would be very screwed if I played out any of my minions here. What I really want to do is Hammer of Wrath and trade my minions in for hers while trickling damage through with the others. That's ideal. Well, I've got a lead on the board, but I actually think my opponent's doing fine, provided she has a Flame Strike. I don't think she's used the coin. And as long as she hasn't used the coin, she can make a Flame Strike a turn earlier, and that would be very, very troublesome for me. Crazed Alchemist is painfully unhelpful here. If I Crazed Alchemist this guy and then silence him, is he going to get healed back up to full? That's what I want to know. Alright, let's Hammer of Wrath. So Gurabashi could be nice because that creature... survives Flame Strike, so that's my top priority thing to play for the following turn. So let's see if she wants to Flame Strike it. It's not the most glamorous Flame Strike. It's killing an inactive creature, a recruit, and then 2 Junker Nuggets. But it looks like she is going to do it, so I guessed right. I managed to save the lives of my Spellbreaker and my Stormpike Commando. She says sorry, which is first of all a bit bad manner, and second of all, joke's on you, because I've actually played around it like a monster. And do you play the Wisp here? Well, the Wisp was nothing else at all, so I might as well. What that basically does is if she pings the Wisp, you know, the recruit lives. And if she has better things to do, then I get an extra 1/1, which who knows, that could be helpful. So Boulderfist Ogre comes along. And I think the move I have to make is very clear here. Going to Crazed Alchemist, and I'd like to actually kill her. What is it, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12? No, it's not enough. I will kill off the Boulderfist Ogre. Hit her in the face for 2 damage. Good thing I played that Wisp. Let's flood the board. And I mean, yeah, I'm just hoping she doesn't have a second Flame Strike, but that's pretty much the story of your life when you play against a mage. Unless you have a deck with a lot of fat things, you just are always hoping they do not have a second Flame Strike. She gave me a magnanimous well played. Let's see if it's followed up by a second I'm sorry with another Flame Strike. Blizzard? No, no Blizzard and no Flame Strike. Good news bears for me. Now she's got this thing, but I've got enough health. I'm gonna race against it. Let's take a look at the situation here. So we have 1, 3, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10 damage, 12 damage again. I don't think that's enough damage for me to just completely ignore all of her stuff. So I will go ahead and kill off her things. Let's do the following. I'm going to kill the wolf like so. Kill the voodoo doctor like so. Play a priestess to heal. Play a recruit because we can. We're going to swing for, you know, 2, 4, 6, 7 damage. Just a fair amount of damage. And now, you know, she's not going to be able to kill me with just this guy fast enough before my team of things kills her, and I wanted to keep that Stormpike Commando just in case, you know, maybe it could deal the final blow. For the win. One second here, I have a text of vacation planning from my girlfriend. I'll bring a laptop case, and we could do that thing. Smiley face. Smiley face. There we go. Alright, so Nova Ritten is in trouble, because if she doesn't have a Flame Strike, and she can't play minions, she's gonna die. Got 3 recruits. Actually, this is kind of ridiculous. I have 3 recruits and a Wisp out on the field at the same time against a mage. Quite difficult to build up that collection of minions, but she's been playing other things, obviously. So, good old Gurubashi Crazed Alchemist combo strikes again. She has to have Flame Strike. If she has Flame Strike, she can win this game. If she doesn't have Flame Strike or Blizzard, she's going to lose. I mean, it's pretty much that simple. She could Frost Nova to buy herself some time, but I have so much health that even with this guy pounding me for 7 a turn, even if she does actually Frost Nova here, I should be fine. Unless she has 4 Frost Novas, then I'd probably lose, because I can't actually kill this thing myself. She polymorphs, which is not the card she wants. She wanted Flame Strike or Blizzard, but she has polymorph instead. She'll hit me in the face. She'll play a secret. I hope that secret is, well, Ice Block would be bad, because I'd give her an extra turn. Ice Barrier wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. Let's find out after drawing a Blood Knight, after, you know, all the things have been played. Alright, so let's just hit her with everything. I'm not going to throw anything at that Ventrico. She could have a pair of Fireballs, but that seems unlikely to me. And make a recruit. So why didn't I play a minion? Well, the most likely secret is Mirror Entity still. I don't see a reason to give her a minion. This hitting me down to 12 means 2 Fireballs will kill me, but if I'd played, say, Blood Knight, then, you know, she could actually have killed me with less. Alright, Water Elemental for 7 mana is a good sign, so no Flame Strike, and she just pings with the rest of it, so she, in fact, cannot stop me from killing her, unless, of course, that's a Ice Block, but it seems not to be. If that actually were Ice Block, she could have won, because she, you know, had hit me with enough times with that friggin' Ventricle Mercenary, and I actually make it up to 3 wins with trash. So we got one daily quest taken care of, and hopefully we'll finish off that last daily quest as well. Oh my god, 3 wins, that's great. I'm so proud of myself. I was pretty annoyed after the first 2 games, and honestly wouldn't have been surprised to see this go 0-3, but with 3 wins, we're at average territory, beyond humiliation territory. I really can't complain. It does, again, kind of make me marvel that with decks of my own choosing, and trying to pick the best cards I possibly can, I sometimes get below 3 wins, if I made it to 3 wins with this one. So I guess we must be very lucky with our opponents. And with our card draws. Still have not seen a Llama in 5 games. That is a trend I hope continues. We got Noble Sacrifice here versus a Paladin. I will keep it. If it just kills a recruit, that's a bit sad, but on the off chance that it actually does something, I'll hang on to it, and yep, we got our Llama. Luck couldn't last forever. Alright, got a couple of different options here. So I could play Noble Sacrifice, or I could try to kill this thing with a Wisp. But really it's pretty much the same thing, I think. So we will play the Wisp and the Noble Sacrifice. And, I mean, if he attacks with this now, it'll die to Noble Sacrifice. Unless he plays Argent Protector, then he'll eat out the Noble Sacrifice and kill the Wisp. He gives me a Well-Played, which I assume has to be a joke. And, okay, that's a wrap. Alright, Elven Archer's a pretty good top deck. Let's go ahead and kill off this recruit. And swing it for the face with a Wisp. Do you play Alarmabot? Well, the problem with Alarmabot is these are both Battlecry minions. Especially, and also all I'd be getting is either a 5-5 or a 4-4. It doesn't seem actually worth it. Ugh. Well, yeah, we're doing it. I mean, really, I've got 3 Battlecry minions in my hand. This is kind of hilarious. But I think it's worth doing. And who knows, you might freak out and put like a True Silver Champion on it, or like a Hammer of Wrath or something, then that would be a victory. Like if I could get this to eat a Hammer of Wrath, that's pretty spectacular. Probably the worst minion to have get hit, Alarmabotted is my Silverhand Knight, because I could actually play that with the coin, and that wouldn't be the worst thing. At the moment, I can't deal with this Twilight Drake, unfortunately. And I get a Frost Elemental. So it's a 6-mana creature, but it's just a 5-5, which isn't really that impressive. I hate the fact that it has Summoning Sickness. Hammer of Wrath plus Elven Archer only deals 4 damage to this, so we will in fact bring out the 5-drop and swing at the face. So 1 buff on this Twilight Drake and he could actually kill my Frost Elemental. And the Twilight Drake would live to tell about it. Of course, I do have the 1-1 ready to go to finish it off, so hopefully it's not an Argent Protector. If he had Argent Protector, he would have used it a while ago, though. Consecration. Ah, that's unfortunate. So it kills off 2 of my minions. It is his whole turn gone, so that's good. But the Twilight Drake is maddeningly still alive, so I have to use either the Hammer or the Silverhand Knight to finish it off. And I guess I will just use the Hammer, keep my board presence up, and get another card. Alright, so what's the story here? I have Alarmabot, which is sad. Again, every single one of my minions has a battle cry. This is just hilariously bad. He has 6 cards to my 5, and he's got the play, so I'd say my opponent actually has the advantage, even though I have an extra minion on the board at the moment. The Inventor makes me wish that Priestess of Elune could actually target the health somewhere instead, because then I could actually heal the Knight and kill the Inventor with it. This way I just have to kill the Recruit, which kind of sucks. Alright, well, let's do this and kill the Recruit like that. Pretty pathetic board I have here, but he had a Consecration, a card I would have loved to have and could have had like 2 of, but because he had it and I didn't, I lost 3 power and 3 toughness worth of minions. That's a sore loss. If he had a Consecration or an Avenging Wrath here, that would be just absolutely devastating. Blessing of Kings would be pretty good also. I don't have my Spellbreaker here to silence that up. He seems to be conflicted. Bringing cards in and out of his hand, touching all my minions, touching his face. Very spastic Uther here. And he does have Hammer of Wrath. Okay, where's the target? My 2-4. higgledy-piggledy there. And he kills off my Dragon Thing mechanic. Fair enough. Well, Blood Knight has no targets, unfortunately. Alarmabot is just unplayable. What I'm going to do then is play this, play this, play this. I'm not going to wait for a weapon. We're just going to play it while it's good. And we're going to clear off his board. So I've got a 3-2, a 1-4, and a 1-1. That's 5 power. He's at 23 health. I've just got junk in my hand. Yeah, it's not looking good. Like, the Alarmabot is totally useless. I can't even really play it at all. Stranglethorn Tiger is very solid here. It pretty much wipes my board. Scarlet Crusader. Alright. We get a little bit of a break here. I need one more break. I need him to not have a silence, and I need him to not have an auto or peacekeeper. And if both these conditions are met, then actually we could be okay here. We could steal this one. I just top decked a 4-6. I got a 6-6. He needs to answer these. Paladins have a difficult time doing that, but there are ways, and he does have the auto or peacekeeper. Bollocks. Bollocks, bollocks, bollocks. That's bad. I wish I'd gotten one of those myself, but, well, beggars can't be choosers. In my case, I can't even be a chooser. He's gonna panda back the tiger, which is crazy. Absolutely crazy. Why would you not panda back the outdoor peacekeeper? Why would you not panda back the peacekeeper so you can reuse the peacekeeper to peacekeep something else? What is going on here? I think he must have misclicked. There was no point in pandaing back that tiger because for A, you can't replay it. B, the stealth is not that valuable. C, it only heals the tiger for 1 point. There's absolutely no point in doing that. I am absolutely boggled by that decision. I think it must have been a misclick. Alright, so 4, 7, 8 damage. I can take him down to 11, but I have no burn potential here. Okay. So, let's think. Okay, so we'll do this. His best creature is this. And we'll kill this as well. Let's play the Priestess. And I'm actually going to go ahead and play the Farseer and heal this up. And I might say, Papa Boris, why are you unenraging this? Well, the fact of the matter is, its enrage ability doesn't matter unless I top deck Light's Justice. Barring that, I'd rather just have the extra health here so it doesn't die to things as easily. So this engine is fine. The Priestess of Elune will kill that. She's very well equipped to kill this engine. Okay, the Divine Shield is annoying, but I can still get through the Divine Shield with a Blood Knight, and then use the Priestess to kill that. Please be out of tricks. Please, please, please. He's going to hit me in the face, which is fine. I'm okay with that. Alright, good. Got an Ancient Watcher here. That's friggin' lovely. Well, I do have a Sunbury Protector in here and a Spellbreaker. I'm going to play the Alarmabot. What's the point of the Alarmabot being played? There's really none. Yeah, I might as well just play this, all this stuff out. I'm not going to run out of space, am I? Okay, yeah. So now what we do is the following. We ping off the Divine Shield. We kill this like so. Kill that like so. And we think. Do I hit him in the face for 7? Try to burn him out? This is annoying. No, I'm going to go ahead and try to play fair. I'm going to just try to kill all of his creatures. He does have 4 cards left over. My board may look impressive, but you have to realize this does nothing, and everything else is half dead. This guy does nothing. There comes back the tiger, which I don't care about in the slightest. As long as there's no consecration incoming, I could still win this. I just need to start being able to do damage. Right now I have a recruit to kill his recruit, Blood Knight to kill another recruit. If these guys are allowed to attack, that'd be great. Oh no, wait, this recruit's going to kill the Priestess, damn it. So I have 7 damage. 7 damage. The card I most want is Spellbreaker, because Spellbreaker is huge. It'd give me a 4-3 and a Chillwind Yeti. And he has this friggin' Argent Protector again. Well, I'm glad he didn't get one earlier, because again, earlier in the game, the Argent Protector would have been just a powerhouse. So I'm lucky he didn't have it before. Holy Light is totally useless. Like, just totally useless. So we'll do the best we can. Do I erase him? 4, 7, 8, 9, down to 10. I'm just not going to be able to kill him. Okay. So I'm going to hit that. Holy Light to heal this back up so it doesn't die to the tiger automatically. I'm going to kill off his recruits, like so and like so. And then I'm going to get 3 damage through, make a new recruit. Man, this is like, my minions are just this, like, ragtag, war-torn group. They're on their last legs. They just want to go home for some reprieve, but they have to keep on fighting. That Peacekeeper man on the Blood Knight, that stung. If I lose the game, it'll be because of that. But then again, if I won the game, it would be because of the Blood Knight taking off the Divine Shield, so it's probably fair either way. So we're getting lower into the deck. Still possible now for me to top deck my Sunfury Protector to give this taunt, or a Spellbreaker to let it attack. I mean, there's still hope. There is still hope. Larabout's totally useless. I don't think I have any buffing cards in this deck, so there's nothing I can do to make it attack. Alright, so he's going to play the Farseer to heal up his Tiger. Play a Frostwolf Warlord, which is really bad because that's huge. Oh, jeez. Sunfury Protector. Okie dokie. There we go. That's what we needed here. So let's give taunt to just the Ancient Watcher. And think. 7, 8, 9. He can go down to 7 health. What can you do? You can use the Tiger to kill that, and then just ravage my team, basically. Or I could fight fair, kill that, kill that, kill that, swing for 1. Ugh, that's not a good option. Alright, we're going for it. I don't even know how I can kill him. I don't have any True Silver Champions. Don't have any charge creatures. I think I have 1 Hammer of Wrath and a Stormpike Commando. I think that's it. I do have like 3 Elven Archers or 2 Elven Archers or something in here. We'll just have to see how it goes. He can kill off pretty much all of my damage. Unfortunately. Nope, so I've just got 2 damage left. And it's going to be going at his face if I'm allowed to. So let's see if he's got a kill for these 2 damage. The heal goes on his face. No, it goes on the Tiger. Interesting choice. He's got 7, 12, plus 9 is 21 damage, 22 damage. So I've got a couple of turns to kill him, but he doesn't have any taunt, so I will hit him in the face. Panda. Well, that would allow me to replay the Blood Knight. Unfortunately, there's no Divine Shield, so there's not much point to it. But I might as well do that, because what else am I doing with my mana? Since the Panda does threaten lethal, he has to take a moment to kill it with some of his stuff. He also probably should kill the Blood Knight. I could do like a Hammer of Wrath, his face, top deck Stormpike Commando sort of dealio. Very unlikely, but not impossible. He's got a Hammer of Wrath. That's unfortunate. 7, 12, plus 10 is 22. He could have dealt 25 damage to me if the Hammer of Wrath had been sent upwards at my face. Clearing everything away, which is pretty smart. Still getting... he's actually killing the Alarm About as well. Getting 7 damage through. He's threatening lethal now. 12. Plus 9 is exactly 21. And we got Elven Archer. Well, that's a wrap. I got him down to 4 health. But it wasn't quite good enough. He had just enough stuff for me to have to kill every time that I wasn't able to get enough damage through. Alright, well, we finished up that daily quest, we finished up this arena, so thank you for watching Troll Arena number 1, where a 4-year-old picked my cards. Let's take a look at the prize for 3 wins and a sneak peek at our next arena, which will be posted in a day. I'm going to be spreading out all the stuff that I make today, so that there's stuff for you guys to watch while I'm on vacation. 25 gold, kind of crappy, but what are you going to do? You're going to take it and you're going to move on. The sneak peek at the next arena is a Paladin, a Druid, or a Shaman. Thanks again for watching, everyone. I'll see you again soon. Take care.